this is Rosanna with Beautiful Skin. Today I'm going to go over a couple of reader questions that you all have been sending in to me on Facebook, Instagram, and email. So I'm super excited to tackle a couple of these questions and get some answers out. Our first question comes from a reader asking, I am looking for a safe, preservative-free, and lead-free lipstick. Now, we carry lip shimmers, and they are faintly colored, perfect for every day, but I know sometimes you want to add a little pop of color. Did you know that you can actually use any one of our shadows or blushes as a lipstick? You can. It's really simple. Let me show you how. First, you'll want to grab some lip balm. Okay, this is our peppermint lip balm. Then, today I'm going to use a deep color. This is Sunset Rose. And I'll show you how this works. First, you're going to layer on your lip balm. It's totally clear. Then, I am using the small all-over brush. And what you do is you just dip a little bit of your color on your brush and you apply it straight on top of that lip balm. And you use the brush as you would like a lipstick brush. Okay, so you come along. Since these are just minerals and there's nothing else in them, they're going to instantly mix with the lip balm right on your lips. You can get a super precise application with the brush. Then just come along on your bottom lip and do the same. Alright, so as you can see, now I have an intensely colored lipstick, and you can just reapply this as you need to, just as you would a normal lipstick. You can use any of our colors. Any of our blushes work really well. You can do your same blush on your cheeks. You can even use Sunset Rose as a blush. Though we put them in categories like eyeshadows, blushes, bronzers, you can actually use them anywhere. It's all the same ingredients. So if you love an eyeshadow color and you think it would look awesome on your lips, try it out, see what it looks like. If you want to mix a couple of colors and get just that right shade for you, for your lips, you can do that as well. So super, super versatile and really actually pretty long wearing as well. So that's how to use it as a lipstick. Our next reader question is, how do I get better coverage with the foundation to cover blemishes and dark spots? If you are just putting your foundation on with your foundation brush and you're finding that you have a couple of spots that need extra coverage, we all do. As you can see, I'm rocking a awesome little red spot on my nose. It's actually a broken capillary, so I deal with it all the time. You need a little extra coverage. Same with under eyes. So let me show you how to get supercharged coverage from our foundation. What I like to do is to layer the products. So the first thing you're going to do is grab a little bit of moisturizer and put that on the spot that's giving you trouble. You can use our Lavish Mint Moisturizer. It's awesome. Dab a little bit of that right on the area you want some extra coverage. That's going to give it some staying power. You don't want to get it really, really heavy. You just want to give it a little more moisture to it. Then take our small all-over eyeshadow brush. You can see that it's nice and flat. This is going to give you heavier coverage than our foundation brush. You're going to take your foundation and dip that small brush right in there, tap off any extra, and then you're going to come and precisely apply it right on top of the area that needs a little more coverage. Now, because it has that moisturizer on it, it's really going to grab that color and hold it well. As you can see, it's essentially disappeared. You can do the same thing underneath your eyes. Come right up underneath your eyes, and with this small all-over brush, you can really get up underneath your lashes and conceal really well. If you have dark circles, like I do, this works excellently to cover dark circles. Same thing with sunspots. And really anything that you want extra coverage on, use a smaller brush and dab a little moisturizer on first. Then, once you've got that done, go ahead and apply your foundation as usual. So you're putting this on before you're putting on your whole face foundation application. Then you'll come on top of that and do your foundation. Now I already had some foundation on, but you get the same idea from that. And by layering it like so, you're going to add to your longevity of your foundation in that area that you've put your moisturizer and concentrated foundation on top of that. If I'm dealing with something that is particularly persistent, that likes to show through the end of the day, I will just throw my foundation and the small brush in my purse and carry it along with me if I'm going to be out all day, especially if it's hot and humid. And then I can just kind of touch up any little spots that need some extra coverage throughout the day. So that is how you get heavier coverage out of foundation. Our next question is, how can I get my makeup to last longer in heat and humidity? It is hot here, you guys. I live in Boise, Idaho, and it has been in the hundreds for about 10 days now. Our hottest day was 109 degrees and I was melting. Basically, heat and humidity are kind of the enemy of makeup, but there are a couple of things you can do to help it last a little bit longer. The best thing that you can do is to apply your makeup on freshly cleansed skin. If you're just putting your foundation on top of your skin without cleansing first, there's going to be dirt and oils that are getting in the way. So first wash your face. Then if your skin is not dry, I recommend not moisturizing in the summertime, especially if you live in a humid area. Now I have dry skin and the area in which I live is pretty dry, so I always do moisturizer. But if your skin is not very dry, especially if you live in a humid area, then a good idea is to just skip the moisturizer step altogether and apply your makeup just to your bare skin. What will happen is, as you swirl your foundation on like this on your skin, what you're actually doing, especially if you give it enough pressure, is you are mixing your foundation with your skin's natural oils, and it will bond with the oils in your skin and give you longer lasting coverage. So those of us dry skinned girls need to add a little bit of extra moisture before doing that so that we can create that same type of bond on our skin. So I hope that helps. That will give you a little extra staying power in heat and humidity. I usually throw my foundation and foundation brush in my bag with me if I'm going to be gone all day and it's hot and humid, because I'll know I'll need some touch-ups every now and then. But hopefully by applying it on freshly cleansed skin and applying it dry instead of using one of the moist application methods, then that will give you a little bit longer lasting coverage. Okay, our next question is, if I cannot find a perfect match, can I mix two foundation colors? To which I say absolutely yes. You can mix them, and sometimes what I do, especially in the spring and the fall, is I'll mix my winter and my summer colors. My summer color is Ophelia, and my winter color is Isabella. So what I'll do, as I'm starting to get a little bit more tan in the springtime, I'll just kind of mix them together in one lid to kind of get just the right shade as I go through that transition of the seasons. And then I do the reverse in the fall. So that is an excellent option. Another choice would be, if you have one of our bronzers, you can just add a little extra bronzer to your foundation shade to get you a deeper color as well. Or if you find that your skin is more pale, you can actually add our matte white base. This is sold in our eyeshadow section. And it's just a completely flat, no shimmer to it at all, flat white. And you can add this to any one of our foundations to lighten your color as well. So a couple of tips on mixing your foundation to come up with the ideal match for you at whatever season you happen to be in. Our last reader question is, how often should I clean my makeup brushes? My suggestion is that you wipe off your brushes between color applications. I use the small all over brush a lot. I'll often switch between colors several times as I'm doing my makeup in one day. So what I'll do is I'll wipe off my brush on a soft cloth in between color applications. That way I don't kind of muddy the colors together. So I definitely do that every single time, and before I put them away as well. Just wipe them off, soft dry cloth, you're good to go. Now, for your more deep cleaning, I recommend once a week, once every other week or so, taking a glass with shampoo, just any old shampoo will be fine, and putting your brushes in, well, obviously with some water as well, putting your brushes in bristle side down, swirling it around. Sometimes I'll let it sit for an hour or so. It doesn't really matter. You can get them clean. So then you'll kind of swirl it around in here. Then I'll take my brush out and even kind of go back and forth on my hand a little bit just to get that extra color out of the brush. Then you'll rinse it off, lay it to dry on a towel overnight. You'll wake up in the morning to perfectly clean, fresh brushes. So I hope that answered a bunch of your questions. I've really been loving the questions that have been coming into me on Facebook and Instagram. You can also get a hold of me at my email address, which is rosanna@beautiful.com. All right, I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.